Hey friends, Angela here with Love God Greatly, and we are starting, if you can believe it or not, week 8 in our 8-week series of You Are Forgiven. And I'm excited to start this week. I'm sad to start at the same time. Just ending the study. It's been a powerful study. I've loved doing it with you guys. I've loved hearing your stories and hearing your heart. I've loved just seeing God just working in your lives and in my life. I've heard stories on the blog, and I've seen and read stories in our Facebook group, and then even in my personal life, I led a group in my home here, a Bible study, and just how God's worked even here locally. It's just been a blessing just to go through this book and just really just dig deep into God's forgiveness and what that means for us, and that why we need forgiveness, and then embracing this amazing gift that God has given us of forgiveness, and then challenging us to extend that same forgiveness to those in our life who we need to forgive, and we need to just set ourselves free from unforgiveness and from pain. And it doesn't mean that we're all there, but I see a lot of us along that journey now, right? That journey of forgiveness. And I'm so proud of you guys. I'm so proud of you. And so that's really what my challenge is today, is just taking that message that God has given us, that testimony, that story of forgiveness, of how He's worked in our lives, and being good stewards of that. And my challenge is for us to go and share that story, because we can tell people all about God's forgiveness, but God has given us a testimony of how He has worked in our life, and how He's worked forgiveness in our hearts, and how if He's done that same that work in our life, He can do it in anyone else's life also, and giving them that hope. So many women need to hear this story, need to hear this message of God's forgiveness. I feel like so many times in my own life, I'm blessed with amazing Christian friends around me, but sometimes I feel like because I have so many great Christian friends, I don't always remember how powerful the gospel is. And to say to someone, God loves you and forgives you, and how foreign that is to some people. And that's the beauty of it. And so that's what our challenge is. Our verses this week just talk about going, right? It talks about that on Tuesday in Matthew, where it says, Matthew 28:19, where it says, "Go, therefore go and make disciples of all nations." There's a call for us to go, and that doesn't always mean that we have to go to Africa. That doesn't always mean we have to go to China. Sometimes that means we have to go across the street to our neighbors next door. Sometimes that means we have to go across the aisle, or walk into a different department at work, or a different classroom, or a different office. Go can mean many different things to all of us, but we are called to go. We are called to go and to share this amazing message of God's love and His forgiveness, and to share with a story that God has given just us, a unique story that is ours, of how God has worked in our life, that we can just share with others. And so that's our challenge, because on Friday it talks about how it says, Friday on Matthew chapter 9, verse 37, it says, "The harvest is plentiful, but the laborers are few. Therefore pray earnestly to the Lord of the harvest to send out laborers into His harvest." You guys, the harvest is plentiful. We need to go. We need to share this message. We need to tell people about God and help them find freedom in Him, and freedom of forgiveness of sin, and help them break these chains of unforgiveness around their hearts, so they can live their lives for God's glory through His love, through His forgiveness. Thank you so much for doing this study. I'm excited to hear even more how God has worked through this Bible study. Please share with us, even in the comments, or even message us at Love God Greatly on Facebook, or you can just email us at info@lovegodgreatly.com. But we would love to hear your stories of how God has worked in your life. So thank you so much. Thanks for joining us. Until next time, love God greatly.